Happy Sunday morning, y'all. It's our second Sunday of Garden Update 2024. And right now, I'm not real happy. No germination yet. Now, I know it's just been 7 days, but let's go through the book. And I'm going to tell you what I think is going on. You know, a lot of these seeds I've had, but I mean, I don't need to complain. It's just 7 days on the tomatoes, but let's look at something real quick because we got a full day with each other. Lord, I need to wash these glasses. Whew. Okay. Let's go to, let's just go to last year. Okay. Some of the same tomatoes that I planted. Planted them on February 4th. Germination was 8, 9, and 10. So 4, 5, 6 days to germination. Still staying within my range date. We planted on the 18th of this month. So I'm a week in. So now I'm 1 day exceeded from my average. If we go back to 22, if y'all remember, we just had a very small garden. I actually didn't start till 3-2. Remember, I was late 2 years ago, but all we had was that one run. So I said, okay, let me check temp. Now, I don't have a dirt probe, y'all, but I do have this one kitchen probe. I have a couple of them, okay? I set it to Fahrenheit and I wrapped it in saran wrap. And I checked 2 in each tray, and I'll turn you around and show you. And every tray was holding 92.2 to 93 across the board. So I know that my heat mats are in good range. I didn't even have any variance, you know. So that tickled me. So I'm just going to say, you know, they're just kind of late starts, older seeds. But guys, when I get past that 5th day, I start, you know, looking. So we can rule out, I can get this off now. All I got to do is wash it. Because you see, I kind of ball it up at the end. I mean, it's just what I do. And I may end up, because Buddy has one I found in his meat drawer. I might borrow it and turn this one into my soil tester. You think he'll mind? I don't think he'll mind. Make sure it's off. But, and this was a cheapo, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I bet I didn't even pay $12. But I have checked it against the good one in the house, which this one stays in the house too. And they're right on the money. Always make sure that you're checking your thermostat, your temperature. But yeah, this is it right here. I don't even know what brand. Let's see. It's a cheapie, but it's a good one. It's a Taylor. Model number 3519, if y'all want to look it up. But it's accurate. So, I'm going to check them again tomorrow. We'll be on, what, day 8. Yes, the wind is blowing and it feels good because this greenhouse is hot. Bud's out there. He's moving everything to get ready for that tree to come down. So, yeah, let me set my paper here and all, and I'm going to turn you around and show you, and then we're going to go to the strawberry bed. You remember we covered them. Now I've got to take all that cover off. What a mess. And we're going to feed our strawberries. This is when I like to feed my strawberries. I do not anticipate any extreme cold weather to the point that it would harm the strawberries. They're already above the straw anyway. And I will test the soil because I think I have decided, instead of wrapping it up, I'm going to turn this into my garden one. I've made that executive decision because I got one in the house, and then I also have one that you plug in and it has a little box. So I think I'm going to turn this in because I want to check the soil too. It's always good to know what your soil's doing, you know, than just by a finger. So we'll go do that, and I'll show you how I feed my strawberries, but this is the time that I like to feed them. Because our last frost date is March 7th. Extended forecast, I don't see anything. Now we may get a freak frost, but I don't think anything that's gonna hold. Now our fruit trees are blooming and they're shooting leaves off. And I think we've lost one apple and one plum through that Arctic. If that's all that we lost, considering all we had was just hay to pile up, I would consider it a success. Getting another year for them to establish. But let's look at the little greenhouse, and then we got to go to the strawberry bed. You see, I can't go over there. He's got me forbidden. So you and I are going to go that way to the strawberries. And here you go, all the way down. Remember, I told you he was going to put the lights in here, even though it's not necessary. I have them in here. I need to turn them off, because when I do see germination, I've got to drop them lights, because what I don't want them to do is try to shoot to the top and get leggy. But I want y'all to see how much condensation's in here. So I'm impressed with these cups. Now if I can just see some plants. Here's another one. Great condensation. And I don't think I showed you these. I pulled these out, and every one of them is perennial flowers that I'm going to find a house for in the garden and just trim them come the fall, and they'll just come back every year. I think one of them's a snapdragon, and let's see what else we have. I marked them. There's a Sweet William. Let's see what this one is. Oh, that's my lemon balm, because I did lose 2 of them, so I've got lemon balm. But I don't think I did that when we seed started. Make sure that's closed. See, I've got my vent pockets closed right now. But that's just little old cheap ones. I think you can still get this 6-pack and a mat for like $12 on a third party on Walmart. Because I look to maybe get some more, because I like them so well. And it's a tight, tight lid, guys. There you go. Nice little old trays. You know, 12 cells. And it's perfect, and they don't take up a lot of space. And they stack so good when you're through with them. I mean, everything stacks within itself. So, yeah, I like these little trays. I really, really do. And you can't beat the price. So that's what, $2 a piece? Not bad. And here's the rest of them going down. Now, I do know my peppers are going to take longer. I do know my herbs are going to take longer. And I do see a boo-boo when I was over here playing. See, I'm going to have to discard this one, guys. It's so old and it's not wanting to hold. So, you know, they don't last forever. I'm almost tripping. But I know that those are going to take a while. But tomatoes, I hope I see something in a couple of days. I've got it about 6 inches in the soil in the center, and it's showing 65 to 69 Fahrenheit in temp. They did really good, y'all. Oh, it stinks out here. We're going to go talk about that fertilizer that I fed them and the blackberries. We're going to talk about the next step to the strawberries. I think there's plenty till we get all the way down to the onions. I know I'm making y'all dizzy. Onions are doing good. I fed them about a week and a half ago. Could have been about 14 days ago. I'll feed them again this Wednesday. And I am feeding them a 511 liquid. Tell you what, the wind feels good out there, but y'all would have never heard me. I don't even know if y'all heard me when we was walking around those strawberries. But this is, and I'm going to hold it up. This is what I fed the strawberries, and this is what I fed the blackberries with. Now, I'm going to read to y'all what's in it. It's 5% total nitrogen. 1.25% is water soluble. Phosphorus is 4%. Your potash is 4%. 6% calcium and 1% sulfur. And guys, I don't know if you know, berries are a little bit higher acidic, okay? I think the ratio is like 5.3 to 6.4 on your pH. But the next step is for us to gather up some pine straw, and that's what I'm going to put on the strawberry bed. Because what that's going to do, that's going to allow a little bit of acidity without increasing it above 6.4, 6.5. I'm pretty confident that I'm still within range because we tested it whenever in the fall when we planted it. So, and they look good, flourishing in green. I saw 2 of them that had little burnt tips. That's because they were exposed to that Arctic freeze that we had. So the next thing is to bring some pine straw in, and they'll be good to go. In a couple of hours, I will take the water hose, and I'm just going to hold it down with the blackberries and give them a drink because I did feed them down in their little holes. And then I'm just going to lightly spray the dirt around each plant. I'm not actually going to put water to these plants just because it's a little dry. I can go down complete finger, feel a little bit of moisture, but not enough to penetrate the fertilizer. So that's all I'm going to do to the strawberries. And I also have my fruit tree food here. I'm going to do that. Well, we're coming up on March, probably second week of March. They're already budding, so I don't want to feed them right now. I'm going to give them about 2 weeks, and then I'll just poke a little hole. And I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to feed our fruit trees. Just poke a little bitty hole, and I'm just going to use one of those metal rods that rebar. That's what I'll use. And this is what we use for our fruit trees. This is a new bag because he only had like this much left of another one. And y'all know we like Dr. Earth. And of course, you know, we use that stinky stuff out in the garden for our vegetables. So that's what we're going to use for our fruit trees. But if you end up buying this, now what I love about it is it's family owned, made in USA. I do love this company. But be prepared. If you ended up buying that Dr. Earth granules that I showed y'all the last couple of years, how it stinks, his is sister. This is his sister. Stink to high heaven. And this stinks too. So I'm just pre-warning you. Don't be like emailing me going, Lippy, that stuff stinks. Sure does. Just like its brother. That's what I call them. So that is the garden update. The electric pressure canner lid came in, and Buddy's going to go ahead and do the video for that because today's Sunday. He's off today, and that will post tomorrow because I'm going to be in the sugar shack from daylight till dark. I'll leave my website down in the description in case you didn't see the community post. but we have Let Freedom Ring peppercorn blend, red, white, and blue. Now, it may say 35 available. That's only because I didn't hit the right number for labels. So I've got enough from here to Shinola. I just got to wait for the rest of the labels. So I made sure I put that in the community post that by next week, the stock's going to really increase. But at least you can go in, read about it, look at it. I'm very proud of this blend. And I think the name was perfect. Let Freedom Ring. Because guys, it's all about holding our freedom. Because that's really what we have, and that's what we need to be prideful for. So look for Buddy's video to come out tomorrow, but it will be filmed here in a little while after I make me some coffee. And I'm enjoying it. You do realize this was that garden tent greenhouse that he didn't staple down when I was filming last summer, and it took off with me. This is also the one that Toto come by and flipped it, put it back together, but it's also secure like mine. He just don't have the wood base around it yet. Or y'all have done seen me take flight and I'd have left you right there. But I'm not a chicken now. Oh no, this wind's pretty hefty. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And look for Buddy's video tomorrow. That means my pressure canner will be properly working. Who knew? But thanks to y'all, I didn't make a fool out of myself. So, till the next one, y'all.